Top 12 Scientifically Impossible Places That Exist. With the range of documentaries on every single streaming platform covering history, geography, science, animals, nature, and more, it may seem like humans know everything there is to know about our planet. From the stunning phenomenon of the aurora borealis in the north to blood rains in the south of India, there is no shortage of crazy happenings in our world. Our scientists are always on the job, trying to explain these happenings to us. And while the things we mentioned all have a scientific explanation, sometimes nature just doesn't play by the book. Today, we're going to look at 12 places that scientifically shouldn't exist, but do because our planet decided to do its own thing. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Number 12. The Bermuda Triangle. The most popular unexplainable phenomena in the world. Located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, the Bermuda Triangle lies between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. The U.S. Navy claims there is no such thing as a Bermuda Triangle, but aircrafts and ships have regularly gone missing in this specific region in the past. Some theories suggest that the lost city of Atlantis could lie below this triangle, and others think it's just magnetic anomalies that confuse the compasses and cause crafts to get lost. Number 11. Sea of Stars. This is straight out of a Disney classic film. The shores of Vaatu Island in the Maldives grow blue at night. The island has a population of just 500, but tourists come from all over the world to bask in the presence of this water. Some scientists say this happens because of a chemical reaction called bioluminescence. The sea contains a specific type of phytoplankton called dinoflagellates, and when they research the organism, they find a cell membrane that reacts to electrical impulses, causing them to light up the water. The explanation takes some of the magic away, so let's just stick with calling it a sea of stars for this one. Number 10. The Crooked Forest. Poland's Crooked Forest has long been an attraction for tourists with love for the unexplainable. The locals call the forest Shivelas, and it's found in Poland's western fringes, close to its border with Germany. The odd, J-shaped trees in the woods should technically be impossible, yet here they are. There have been some theories in the past, but none proved or disproved. Some think the invading tanks flattened the young plants during the Second World War, causing the trees to grow in strange shapes. Others blame aliens, fluctuations in gravity, and the thick snowfall Poland is known for, and none of them have any backing or proof. The answer could actually be straightforward and rather mundane, but as of now, it's still a mystery. Number 9. Kawaiishin. The active volcano in the Baniwang region in Java is quite extraordinary. Instead of producing the typical red lava and black smoke, this one produces an electric blue lava with blue flames rising up into the air. This mysterious blue lava has drawn scientists and researchers to Java for some time now. To say the volcano eruptions on this island are stunning would be an understatement. This small Indonesian island has managed to fascinate the scientific community because of the underlying cause of the colors. The lava is not originally blue, but it becomes blue due to high sulfur levels inside the volcano. When the volcano's sulfuric gases come into contact with air temperature above 680 degrees Fahrenheit, the lava turns blue. This site is also home to the world's most dangerous sulfur mining operations in the world, and the workers are regularly exposed to toxic amounts of it for long periods of time, leading to serious health issues. The working conditions are less than ideal, and the workers exposed to the toxic fumes develop long-term health issues. If you're still eager to check out the blue flames and blue lava, it's a good idea to get a guide or local to take you. Number 8. Hesdalin Lights. Northern Lights are one of the most well-documented and researched natural phenomena on the planet. The dazzling light show appears in the sky when gaseous particles collide with the atmosphere and charged particles from the sun. But there is an unexplained light phenomenon not far from the aurora borealis called the Hesdalin Lights. The Hesdalin is a valley located in central Norway, and the wonder comes in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some move quickly and others gently float. Some locals have reported that the lights seem to possess a solid inner structure, which certainly does not help clarifying things. It stretches over the entire 7.5 miles of the Hesdalin Valley and appears during day and night, and lasts anywhere from a few seconds to hours. So far, there are only theories and speculations, but nothing concrete. until we know for sure it's just one of those mysteries. Number 7. Lake Karachay. Taking that gorgeous view, this serene, beautiful landscape is in the Ural Mountains of central Russia. As tempted as you might be to take a trip down here and see it for yourself, we strongly recommend that you don't. Lake Karachay's scenic shoreline is probably the most polluted place on the planet. So much that if you stood here for an hour, you would most likely die. Bit bleak considering the scene. The reason is for decades, the Soviets worked on top-secret atomic bomb projects here, causing tons of radioactive waste to be dumped into the lake. This caused contamination of the greater Mayak area and the nearby Techa River. When the lake started to dry out in the 1960s, strong winds carried the radioactive dust away from the site and into nearby civilizations, exposing about 500,000 people to the radiation. Science may suggest such levels of radiation are impossible to exist, but this lake proves otherwise. The lake has since been filled in, but the soil remains to pose an equal amount of risk. Even the government has restricted access to the site. Number 6. The Door to Hell. If you're a fan of horror movies, and haunted houses are just not giving you the experience you want, you can take a trip down to Derwiz in Turkmenistan. It is home to one of the most terrifying and hellish tourist attractions in the world, with a gas crater spanning 226 feet, burning since 1971. It is aptly called the Door to Hell, and it is a natural gas field collapsed into a cavern. Soviet geologists believed there was oil in the crater, but when they started drilling, the ground collapsed into what is now the Door to Hell. It is believed that Soviet geologists set fire to it intentionally to prevent the spread of methane gas after that. It attracts quite the crowd now, and there is also a wild desert camping site nearby. Number 5. The Petrifying Well. Witchcraft wasn't an uncommon thing in the 1600s in North Yorkshire. Not far from Knaresborough is a well that is said to turn any object to stone. It should be impossible, right? This tourist attraction on the banks of the Nid River is said to be cursed by the devil or a powerful witch. Any items left near this cave resembling a skull automatically turns to stone in amazingly little time. The witch, Mother Shipton, was associated with several tragic events and was made the oracle to predict horrors that would come. Unsatisfied with the explanation, some scientists went to find real answers. They found that the water here has unusually high mineral content, which causes items left here to develop a hard shell, like a stalactite forming. But that still doesn't explain how it turns to stone so quickly. While stalactites and stalagmites can take centuries to form, the petrification of these items only takes some weeks. An explanation does make it a less exciting story, but the intrigue remains. Number 4. Hum of Taos. Another one for the horror movie fans. Science still has not been able to uncover the mystery of the Taos hum, a persistent sound that has troubled locals since the 1990s. No one knows what it is or where it comes from, and it should be scientifically impossible, but it's not. Some call it a hum, others call it a rumble or a drone. Whatever it is a low-frequency sound that isn't audible to everyone. Only about 2% of the population here can hear it, which only adds to the mystery. Some think it might just be paranormal, and the site has even featured on some sci-fi shows and the X-Files. Nobody has found anything to disprove conspiracy theorists so far, and the mystery continues. Number 3. Shanay, Timpishka, also known as La Bamba. This lake is a tributary of the Amazon River and the only boiling river in the world. This 3.9 miles long river is known for its boiling temperatures, anywhere between 113 to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It is located in the Mayan Tuyaku Sanctuary. Local shamans believe the boiling water is birthed from the Yucamama, a giant serpent spirit known as the Mother of Waters. Of course, scientists are not satisfied with the mythologies. For the longest time, they believed this river's existence should be impossible because of its distance from volcanoes. Andres Russo, a geothermal scientist from Peru, took up the task of investigating this anomaly and tried to find the source of the heat. There is no disputing the nature of the river. It's a non-volcanic, geothermal feature flowing at unusually high rates. The theory right now is that the heat source is from the geothermal gradient of the Earth. Being closer to the Earth's mantle, underground water is hotter than surface water. The theory is that rainwater falls onto the surface of the Amazon rainforest and finds deep-rooted faults where it travels down into the crust. That way, the water gets heated and is then likely fed to the surface of the earth through fault-fed hot springs that act to heat up the river through its stretch. This is still a theory though, and it's as good as any. Number 2. Mendenhall Caves. There are several beautiful and mysterious things nature produces, and Mendenhall Caves is the most beautiful of them all. Located in Alaska, these caves are tucked into a 12-mile-long glacier and have walls that look like blue ice waves. It is formed by water that flows through the crater and creates this dazzling effect. The Mendenhall Glacier has been around for 3,000 years and is easily one of the region's most popular tourist attractions. It's best to go on a guided tour on these caves just to make sure it's secure because it's known to sometimes melt and cave in. Before we check out number 1, be sure to like this video if you're enjoying it so far. Number 1. Circles of Namibia. There are countless theories surrounding the famous fairy circles of Namibia, but none of them have enough evidence. Found in the Namib Desert, these distinctive bare patches are believed to be caused by a poisonous breath of a subterranean dragon. Others think it's just rampant termites. Another theory suggests it could be the region's inhospitable nature forcing plants to rearrange themselves in a way that's best to access water in the desert. Given that we don't have much to go on, it is also possible as any other theory. It's as possible as any other theory. If ever you're visiting, you just can't miss it. Each circle is anything from 2 to 15 meters in diameter, and they are all perfect circles. Could it actually be the dragon? We really can't tell. Science has failed to provide a real answer, so you should tread lightly here, just in case there's a dragon. That's it for the 12 incredible but scientifically impossible places that exist on our planet. Which one do you want to visit? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to check out other videos just like this over on our other channel too. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.